So for all the winemakers out there, I want to point out a few tips that I've learned over the years. If you're used to making wine, such as these, then you do need a Fermonster. This is a 7-gallon Fermonster, and this is a tip that you won't ever see in the instructions, because nowhere in the instructions do they mention anything like using a 7-gallon Fermonster. All right. So they will talk in the instructions about a 6-gallon, which is this size. Now the 6-gallon sort of works for the later stages. It does not work for the early stages of the winemaking process. You need a 7-gallon Fermonster for the degassing stage. So that's the first thing I want to share with you today. These are new ones which I've just purchased. The other thing is you'll want to label and mark each of your Fermonsters, carboys, and fermenting vessels, because if you do not label them, then at some point you will get confused. I know this. At one time I had a batch of wine that had some off flavors, and I could not track it back to the exact fermenter that I'd used because they were not marked. So since then I have always labeled every fermenting vessel that you've got. And like I say, if you make wine, you need a 7-gallon Fermonster. That's not in the instructions with any of these wine kits.